Hi, I'm Brad. Maddie's helped me today. Seems like some of my friends are having trouble making the soft pretzel recipe that I use. So today I decided to videotape making soft pretzels. Now, those of you who don't know me, I'm a big goofball. So life is too short not to have fun. I like to cook. I love my family. I have a wacky niece named Maddie Moo and Lindsay Lou. I have a sister. I have 2 kids, Nicole and Jacob. So I'm going to really embarrass them today. So sit back, relax. My first post on YouTube will be for soft pretzel bits. So you put in the yeast, okay? And today I'm making a double batch because my niece goes to Philly U, and she wants to bring some back for her friends for the Super Bowl. That's right. Today is the Super Bowl. Go teams. I really don't have a team that's playing in the Super Bowl because, again, I'm a big loser and my Cowboys got knocked out in the second round, but I think I can live with that. So you put in the yeast. Okay, I'm using my KitchenAid Mix Master. Alright, so you put in the yeast, and then what you need to do is you need to do warm water. Okay, now I'm not going to microwave the water, I'm just going to put water in like you're supposed to. Okay, but one of the keys to making a really good pretzel is sometimes you think you're putting in enough water, and you're really not. Try to make sure the water is pretty warm. That way the yeast can activate. Okay, so we put in the water. Then I let it actually sit for a little bit because in the terms of yeast, you have to let it bloom. Just like a flower. You have to let it bloom. Okay? We're getting there, folks. Okay, I know this is difficult. Chef Tony's pain in the ass, but what can I say? So, then we take the flour. Okay? And there's 1 cup. And what I tend to do is I put 1 cup in, then start the process. There's another cup. And don't be afraid to stop it. Lower it. For those of you who are going to use some type of mixing thing. And then I put the rest in. Now I don't put the flour away just yet, because sometimes if it's too wet, you have extra flour. Hello! How are you? I'm fine. Now, while that's doing that, I'm going to prepare the water. Now, for every cup of water you use a tablespoon of baking soda. Normally what I do with it, I'm making a double batch today, but I use 6 to 8 cups. Today, because it's double batch, I'm going to use 8 cups. Use the tallest pot you have also. That's 2. I can count also. 4. 6. 8. We're going in now. Turn the oven on. That way the oven will warm up to 450. I put this on. I don't put in the baking soda just yet. I let the water start warming up. Now, if you come over and take a look at the dough, it looks like it's pretty good consistency. But that doesn't mean I can't help it along and scrape a little bit. Now I'm going to turn it up a drop and see if I can get some of the bottom parts. Now it looks like it could use a drop of water because it's a little dry. Now when I mean a drop of water, I mean a drop of water. You don't want to get it too wet. Now I'll stop it and I'll check it. I got a very nice consistency going. Yes, I'm looking for baking soda, baking soda. Another thing I tend to do is I use parchment paper so it doesn't stick to the tray. Parchment paper. You can't cook and be silly, don't cook. Can't laugh at yourself. Don't cook. I'm a so-called chef. Take a look at the dough now. You see how it's pulled away? So we're going to stop it. Touch it. It is legal in most states to touch your dough. Then I get one of my biggest cutting boards, flour it up just a little bit. Now, one of the things about making pretzels that I found, everybody has their own personal favorite, whether they like niblets, giblets, niblets, whatever you want to call it. Some people like making braids. Last week when I made pretzels, I made a bagel pretzel, which was kind of interesting. So I roll it a little bit out. Get a little flour on it. Then what I do is I start breaking pieces apart. Today we're just going to be making nuggets. And again, you want to stretch them out. Now, depending on the size nuggets you want, then it gets difficult. Nugget, nugget, nugget. God, another nugget. You're going to feel the consistency. As you make them more and more, what happens is you get to feel the consistency of the dough that you want. And again, if you like regular pretzel shapes, that's great. Everybody has a different preference. Today is nugget day. Nugget, 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 nugget. Very quick process. Doesn't take long to do. After you make about 1,000 pretzels in 2 weeks, it's even easier. Yes, I'm a pretzel whore. For those of you who don't know what I am, I'm really a pretzel whore. Maddie's sitting here laughing like I'm not telling anybody that I have an uncle. And when I go back to school, I'm just going to say this weird man kidnapped me and made pretzels with me. Now, take a look at the water. Okay, it's starting to get there. But there's no rush in putting it in. Now remember, these are going to blow up when you put them in with the baking soda. The baking soda helps give them that golden sheen. I think at one time I'm going to make animal-shaped pretzels for little kids. And that way I can drive around in my white van and give away pretzels. I don't have a white van, and plus I don't want little children. Build up your forearms. They call me Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, again, in the lore of pretzel history, there's some places like Annie M's or whatever her name is. I don't like her pretzels because they're sweet. They put sugar in theirs. I've seen people use honey to sweeten up their pretzel. This is good old, straightforward pretzels. And again, if you do your timing right, we're getting there, but we don't have to rush just yet. Golden delicious pretzels. That's what I am. I'm the pretzel man. La 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 la. I'm the pretzel man. La 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 la. Just like making gnocchi where you're cutting them up. Come back here. One of the things I also found, if you swirl the pretzels in the bath of baking soda and the water, it gives it a better coating too. Some people just think letting it sit there. Well, if you're basking it in there, and it goes in for about 30 seconds to a minute, depending on the amount that you're cooking. And after this, I have to take an eye on that, because we'll get the baking soda in there. Because then we have one more log to make. What we'll do with this one, it's going to make 2 big pieces. Because, you know, after you cook, you have to try it. It's just I'm losing words. Use your words. That's what we used to tell kids. Use your words. Yes, I have been in and out of many mental institutions in my mind. So, there's the prepared pretzels. Now, the water is starting to boil. Lee, very good. Take a picture of the water. One, 2, lower your heat. 3, 4, 5, 6. You control the water. Doesn't boil over, does it? Okay. And then what we're going to do, and I'm not going to sit there and continually tape while they're cooking and everything. I think you get the general idea. That's how you make your pretzels. What I'll do is I'll take, again, the parchment paper, put it on a flat pan, bake them 10 to 12 minutes, and enjoy them. This is Chef Tony, a.k.a. Brad Siegerman. Have a great day.